talk about torque converter installation on pretty much any transmission, but especially the 480 is what we're going to cover here. There's a post going on today on the internet that there's guys that should know better giving advice that is absolutely horrible. And everybody thinks I'm an asshole about this because I am. Because the customer calls, they order a transmission, they go to put it in. They don't follow my instructions, but they follow somebody online's instructions about, oh, just use a finger and a half or just 3 clunks. That shit is terrible advice. And let me show you why. 3 clunks is the old advice that everybody gave forever. It's pretty accurate for a Power Glide or a Turbo 400. It's not that accurate for anything with a lockup, especially a 480. But the 3 clunks is assuming that you're going to engage the pump impeller hub. Has to go in the pump gears right here. Okay, and that's going to be the last clunk of the 3 if you're using that stupid method. The stator has to engage on the stator shaft of the pump, and the turbine hub would have to engage on the turbine shaft or input shaft, like that. Those are your 3 clunks. Okay, that looks like it should be accurate right here, right? Here's why it's not. 480 turbine hub, it goes inside the converter, has a bore right here that has to fit over this lockup O-ring right here. See that? It doesn't just fall on. That actually lines up with that counter bore at about the same time the impeller hub lines up with the pump gears. So you're gonna feel that bottom, and it's gonna feel like the converter's in, and it's about a 1/4 inch short. So it's actually takes a pretty good amount of force, as you just see there, to lock that in. When you have a new turbine hub, it gets welded in the converter. Some of them don't have a very generous radius right here for that lockup O-ring to go into. The bore right here varies, and for several years we were having to actually bore this out on almost every converter kit we built because they were coming too tight. All this stuff's made in India. It doesn't matter where you get a converter from. All these parts are coming from India pretty much. I don't care what company you get a converter from. The parts to make an aftermarket converter are all pretty much made by one place in India. So these bores were a little bit too tight. And so this is actually about what it should be. It requires a little bit of force to get there. Some of them, you couldn't get it to lock on and it would cut the O-ring. So everybody was dealing with that for several years. Seems to not be such a big problem these days. But that amount of force is going to make locking the converter and the transmission not a 3 clunk event. So you might get away with that on a Power Glide and a 400, and you might do it for 47 years or however long you've been fucking shit up, but it doesn't apply. So you can give that advice, but I am going to call you out. I don't care who you are. I don't care what big name company you might work for. I don't care how long you've been doing it. You've been doing it wrong. So we are going to cover that because the public needs to know that just because one dumbass gives that advice, that's not correct advice. The other thing is the whole finger and a half or 2 fingers or however you're gonna measure it. If you lock a 13-inch V82 converter in a 480 versus a 9-inch core, and you're trying to tell how many fingers between the pump and the converter it's supposed to have, it's gonna vary greatly. I mean, there's 4 fingers difference right there. So how are you gonna give that advice? That's just another, I can't even imagine how stupid you have to be to give that advice. And that's why I'm calling people out for it.